Learning JavaScript is hard, and it's not because the language is tricky. The true reason is because we actually just don't know the true and easiest way to learn it. And here's what changed everything for me. I stopped using ChatGPT as a search engine, and I actually began to use it as my personal mentor. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it too, how I can go from a blank screen to breaking down problems and eventually getting it solved, how to ask for help in a way that teaches you and actually gets you to think like a real web developer. Let's jump right into this. The first step is deciding what you want to build, which can definitely be a little bit complicated. So you could start it off yourself with some HTML, CSS if you want to get into the nitty gritty. But what I personally like to do is I ask ChatGPT for HTML and CSS code. For instance, ChatGPT will give HTML and CSS, and my goal would be when I click a button, the background changes to a different color. Super basic, but this is perfect for DOM manipulation. And like I said, sometimes I'll come up with the ideas myself, but normally going through ChatGPT, it makes it a little bit easier for them to correct your code because they came up with the code. Also, with having ChatGPT come up with the HTML and CSS, it allows you to focus on the part that you are actually actively trying to learn, which is JavaScript. Now, this part is crucial. I try my absolute best to try and solve it on my own, with no help, with no ChatGPT, with no Google, no MDM docs, all on my own. And do you want to know why? Because real learning happens when you wrestle with the problem. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's say we do document.query selection to grab the button, and then you're going to add an event listener for when you click that button. But to change the background, you're going to do a style.background color and then change it to whatever color you want, right? So let's say my code actually looked like this. That would not work. Let's see why. Here is actually where I do things differently. I will send it to ChatGPT and I will say, don't give me the correct answer, but teach me as if you were a teacher. Break it down to me in a way that I can understand and explain to me why what I wrote was incorrect. And this would be the type of stuff that they'll end up saying to me. As you can see, they are very supportive, and they also tell me where I go wrong. And just like that, you actually end up learning something rather than it just being copy and paste. As they have stated, I am missing a dot style. So that makes it very clear to me, I gotta remind myself that when I am trying to change the background, if this were to be in any projects I've created, use a dot style. Now, here is what the updated code looks like, and it perfectly works and it runs smoothly. So now it works, but what's even better, I actually understand it way more than if I just asked for the solution. I would have never learned that detail about dot style if I just asked for the answer. They would have just told me and I would have went forward. Here's the thing, ChatGPT is way more powerful when you actually use it as a mentor, as a coach, as a teacher, rather than using it as just an answering machine. You could even tell it to encourage you, tell you when you were close, anything that you need to keep yourself pushing and to keep you going in learning JavaScript. That kind of positive feedback matters. It reassures you and it encourages you to keep going in that problem. Since I started doing this, treating ChatGPT like a mentor, my learning curve has been completely straight. My coding logic has gotten better. I'm debugging faster. I've just gotten so much better with JavaScript since my last couple of videos. I'm building confidence and I'm not just typing code. It's literally like having a 24/7 tutor who wants you to think, not just pass. So if you're just learning JavaScript, don't let the frustration get to you. Try to implement these tips and what I have taught in this video, and I guarantee you, you will make severe progress. Use ChatGPT to guide you, not shortcut the process. Ask it to mentor you, and it will. You will grow and you will get further in your JavaScript journey. If this has helped you, check out my other videos on my journey. I've been learning how to code for almost 3 months now, and this has just been an amazing journey, man. Also, I go live at 12 p.m. EST every single day, so make sure you hop on those lives with me where I'll be coding live for you guys. I'll be coding, hanging, and answering some questions. So subscribe, turn on notifications, make sure you end up leaving a comment, and I'll end up seeing you there.